petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey guys, it's your favorite ladies back with another episode. It's your girl Amakale coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shelly Shell.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chris F. Baby, please say the baby.
And shout out to Nikki. She's here in spirit. So what's good, everybody? What's going on?
Nothing, man.
That's cool. I don't know where this little draft of wind came from.
Girl, because that storm that swept through Dallas last night.
Okay, but the cold.
Absolutely.
It's literally cold
cool it
outside.
down.
I was
please.
just like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was that hot this summer. No, I feel like it was hot.
It
but
wasn't that hot.
I feel like we've had hotter
Y'all
summers.
were in different summer. I was struggling.
The thing is, I feel
Really?
like, mind you, it was hot, but compared to us having consistent 3-degree weather days, that did not happen.
That
this
didn't
year.
happen for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like this summer we probably had 3 or 4 days that we hit 100 degrees. That was crazy compared to last year where I think last July or August, we had a few days where we didn't hit 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Even this week was the first time we hit 100 degrees in probably weeks.
Yeah, no, there was
crazy.
one day last week that was hot. No, the week before it was so hot, and it was only like only is crazy, but it was in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm like,
No
it
facts.
It was in the 90s, but it was a different kind of heat. Like I just went 5 minutes, probably even to the gas station. I was just like, why am I struggling? Like I feel like I'm melting, and it's like 90 whatever. I think it was like 93, and I'm like, there's no way. It feels like 103, but yeah, little gust of wind.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm actually naturally hot, figuratively and literally. But I be hot. So I have to have a fan everywhere I go. So to me, when y'all say number, I'm like, y'all, it's hot. Even when it's 70, it's hot to me. Like, I just can't. I don't like sweating.
What do you sleep with? Like, what's the temperature in your apartment?
70 degrees.
70?
And that's cold to me. Well, then again, I don't have carpet in my apartment. So,
I keep it at 70 as well.
Also, too, y'all, what should I
colder
do?
than that, to be honest.
Like, I've already talked to my apartments about my upstairs neighbors walking through the roof. And like, so I started recording them. Y'all, last night, I feel like they were messing with me. Like they're intentionally now doing things. Like it was even this morning, as I'm getting ready, I hear, and I'm like, am I tripping? Like, I understand it's not quiet time right now, but like,
Why are you there?
what's going on? Like,
I don't know.
what would y'all do in that situation? Like, my phone was just on record. I'm like, perfect. I'm going to clip this down and I'm going to make it sound so crazy. You're going to get a lease violation.
I feel like there's really nothing you can do. I feel like that's just something you have to accept when you're living in an apartment, especially living under people. Like, it's just,
right.
you just have
But
to
this
have
is
to
not
take
my
your
first time
L.
living under someone. Like, I feel like they're like aggressively walking on the floor. At this point, it's like, maybe you should have got an apartment on the first, because like you're walking as if like you don't understand.
no.
Like, even in a 2-story home, this is unacceptable. Like,
Nah. I mean, you make sure, are they moving?
No.
Bro.
They've been here.
So in my last apartment, I was moving, and in between like traveling so much, there was only so much time that I had to do to like unpack certain things. And so when I got my stuff there, I think I was washing like my comforters and stuff. And so because it was a heavy load, my washing machine was like doing what it does, do. So literally at 5 a.m., I think I told this story, but at 5 a.m., somebody comes like banging on, and Dior starts barking. My dog starts barking, and I'm like, bro, it's 5 a.m. Like, what? And I was actually about to take a shower, so I had to like put clothes on and like go see. And she's like, somebody's banging on. She's like, I know you hear me. Some people gotta work in the morning. You being so loud. And I was just like,
she's yelling like that.
And you know what? Like, my first instinct, because I was so delirious, I literally was so delirious and so tired. It was 5 a.m. And I had been up since morning. So I'm like, I was so delirious and so tired. Like, my first instinct was just like, all right, like I picked my dog up so she can stop barking, and I left her. But like, looking back, I'm like, I should have opened my door and cussed that lady out.
Literally.
Don't you ever
knock
come
on
to
my
my
door with that energy.
You don't even know if I have a baby in here. You don't know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever knock on my door. I don't give a fuck if you gotta work. Take your L. And in the lease, if you read the lease, it'll say like you can't make noise complaints while somebody's moving.
Right.
And so, girl, get the fuck from my door. Like, I regret it to this day not opening that door and just going toe to toe with her, because I'm like,
It's so crazy.
Are you crazy?
It's so interesting hearing that point of view, because I went up to their door with someone and just knocked on it like nice and pleasant.
Yeah.
and they didn't open it, but we heard them at the front door.
And I wouldn't have either.
I don't think I would open it
I wouldn't
either,
have
but they still get
either.
us
Because
home.
if I don't know you, I'm not opening my door. And for what? I'm sorry. It's no shade to you.
Right.
I don't know you,
Well,
but yeah, no, I didn't.
you would have had a nice conversation. We could have got down to the bottom of
We don't
things.
need to talk. I'm
It's fine,
sorry.
lease violation. So it's like, I don't want it to get to that point, but it's like,
And
you're now ignoring me and now you're being even louder. It's like almost to the point where like, you want me to do something.
But are they going to get a lease violation?
Yeah, they are. I already spoke to my apartment. I just don't want it to get to that point because like, who wants that? I don't want that.
The new Karen. No, it's not even Karen. It's just like, bro, the older you get, it's just like, no, I feel you because my neighbor, and I told you, I almost reported them, but as I was calling, I was just like, click, I can't do this. I was like,
But also you're paying
what
way
am I?
too much money for all of this shit.
No, yeah, it was too
dude.
much.
Like,
and it was their dogs. I was just like, bro,
Oh,
like your
no.
dogs are consistently on your balcony. I cannot. So like, I called to complain and then so I was like, you know what? Let me just take my L. I just see it was too much snitchy behavior. I don't know. I was like, I couldn't deal with myself.
Yeah, snitchy
Yeah,
behavior.
no, I hung up the phone, but no, it was annoying. So they deserve to get reported, to be honest. But
So I'm probably gonna contact the department on Monday because like it was just crazy.
yeah,
The footage is insane. If I play it for y'all, it's insane. It's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm grown.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and head into the moto. Hey, ladies. First off, I just want to say I genuinely love your podcast. I actually found you guys when I was 17 and now I'm 21.
oh wow.
So I'm
Love
writing
ya.
So I'm writing in today about a guy. Here's some background. I'm 21, he's 23. I'm black, he's white. He's in college for engineering and we work at the same job. When I first saw him, I thought he was cute, but after actually talking to him and getting to know him as a person, I started to really like him. Long story short, I eventually told him how I felt and we started talking. Because of his schedule, he made it clear that he's always busy with school, but even then he makes sure we communicate at least once a day minimum. That consistency has been reassuring for me and he makes it known that he likes me and wants to make this work. We've also hung out outside of work. We went to church together and afterward he took me out for brunch. That was actually my first real date ever and he was such a gentleman the whole time. I'm not even allowed to touch a door around him. He even opens the car door for me, which no one has ever done before. We've had conversations about our love languages, boundaries, and morals, and we align almost perfectly. On top of that, I prayed about him, and I feel like God has given me the green light to pursue this. Being with him even inspires me to chase my own goals faster. I want to go to college for journalism, and I'm also working on getting my CNA certification, but I've been procrastinating. Talking to him makes me want to actually buckle down and get on top of it. There's just something about his presence that makes me feel soft, feminine, and at peace. I genuinely like him, and I love your advice on how to move forward in this relationship. Also, if you guys notice any red flags.
No, babe.
You didn't list any.
No, I'm like, oh
Wait,
my
no.
gosh, like I'm actually.
Oh, there's more?
So
whoa.
she did attach some screenshots.
Oh God,
So, okay, so the first screenshot, he says,
it's a text. So they're all text messages.
yes.
Okay.
So he says, thank you for understanding. I just got used to potential partners getting mad at how busy I was all the time. And absolutely, I don't believe in leading people on. She said, it's okay. I'll let you know if it ever gets to be too much. He says, please do. Heard. I feel you, girl. Heard. Like, let's not drag it. But he was like,
Dang, like, did it have to be so like stale like that?
So formal.
no, but he comes back. He says, yeah, also, I do want to apologize because I know you and I got stuff going on and I don't want it to come across as me ignoring you. Life for me is chaotic and honestly, my schedule isn't even in my own hands most of the time. So if we are to pursue anything further, I do want to say and apologize for, again, how inconsistent I will be at times because while love is a great thing to find, school and career are my main focus at this point in time before all that. And I feel as though I should say that up front to clear any possible confusion. Now, please don't take this as me splitting our deal. We are still cool. I still like it. I'm down to try and work things out around my situation, but I also don't want you thinking I'm like that one dude who led you on for 3 years because that's fucked up. So do please understand I'm still.
What exactly are you?
So do please understand I'm still with you and pursuing something, but it is not going to be an easy task by any means.
So okay.
He didn't have to bring that up. That was shady.
Well,
Yeah.
was
Like,
it shady?
so
or he
it
being
was
very
shady.
Yeah, so
transparent.
there's
You could be transparent without bringing my last situation. Why are you bringing
what last situation?
He said like that last dude that led you on for 3 years.
He's not
You
trying to
didn't
come
say
off like that.
Or maybe he's just like I don't like.
You can
know,
say
like,
that without bringing that up.
I don't know. I don't think he was being shady. I really
That
don't.
is
I
shady,
think he was
'cause
just like reassuring her, like that's not this.
You
I'm
can
not going to do that
reassure
to
me
you.
You know
without
what's so
bringing that
interesting?
up.
None of this is reassuring to me. I'm not gonna lie. None of what he's
Okay.
saying sounds very reassuring to
It
me.
doesn't.
But I understand why it's reassuring you because it sounds like you really like him.
Yeah.
But it almost sounds like he's reassuring you that he's not going to be available.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's like letting you know like he's gonna be busy. Like a lot's going on. Like
Yeah.
didn't she say in the beginning that he makes her want to get on her shit too? So it's like
That's what I'm saying. It's reassuring to her. But me reading this, if I really liked a guy, it would not be reassuring to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost like
reassuring
him.
that you're not going to talk
Yeah.
to me. That you're not going to have time for me.
Yeah, he's like doubling down on it. Like he's pretty much saying like, I'm telling
If
you
I
now,
ghost
so I don't
you-
want to hear about it later.
Yeah, like if I go more than 24 hours without speaking, or if I go a couple hours without speaking
Right,
to you, don't
okay.
feel any kind of way because school is my first priority. Is pretty much what he's saying. Do I think it's a red flag?
Yeah, I don't
No.
think it's a red
I don't think it's a
flag.
red flag.
Yeah.
Maybe a yellow. but,
Maybe
like,
yellow.
I don't think it's a red flag.
So the next screenshot, he pretty much says some nice things, just talk about their conversation. And then the third one is going to be about more of the communication. So he comes back, he says, hey, I want to apologize for the lack of communication today. It's week 2, which is where all the work actually begins, and I was not expecting it to hit like a truck. I got to head to bed, unfortunately, so good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. She's like, it's okay, I understand. Thank you for communicating that with me, though, and good night, talk to you tomorrow. So he says good morning, and then, pretty much they go through the rest of the conversation. I mean, to me, he doesn't sound like a bad guy. He sounds like very, God-fearing. He sounds like a good person on paper. Mm-hmm. Now, do I think that at this stage of his life, he's ready for a relationship?
No.
Maybe not.
And I think he's actually communicating that to you the best way he can because he actually likes you. So, make sure that you're also freeing yourself up for other things as well.
And that's, okay, I'm glad you said that because I was like, dang, like, what's wrong with him because I'm like, dang, like he's communicating so much to the point where I'm like, dang, like that's kind of commendable in a sense because a lot of men would not do that.
You're
They'd be
overly
like, they'll leave you there to like wonder what is going on. And it's like everywhere he like, if I took too long to respond, this is why. Like he's letting her know like he's not being weird about it.
But I also feel like
y'all.
you're almost. Again, I don't think it's a red flag, and I think he sounds like a great guy, but I also feel like you overly communicating how you're not going to communicate with me. I heard you the first time, lowest of keys. And not only that, like, I just feel like I understand, like, I've been a student and dated at the same. So it's like, I understand, like, trying to navigate between the two. And, like, respectfully, even through busy schedules, if you want to make it work, you will make it work.
Right.
Like, it's plain and simple.
Right.
And so, like, maybe, I guess, for the beginning stages, like, that kind of communication is necessary. But, like, if you guys are how many months in, like, I feel like, and we're not really making progress as far as, like, maybe how much we communicate, him trying to fit me into his schedule.
Right.
I just feel like, again, I just think he's maybe not ready to date. And I don't even think he's saying that to her. I think he's trying to keep her around because it's like he likes the communication. He likes talking to her. I think he's just keeping her around. But I agree with Michelle. Like, I think you should absolutely keep yourself and your options open. Like, this is not the end all be all for you because it really sounds like you're like, okay, you know what? He's marriage material. Let me kind of hold on to this. Like, I think see how the communication goes maybe for a couple months and then see how you guys go from there. Are you guys going on dates? It's like, because if you guys don't talk maybe a couple hours out the day, that's fine. But like, okay, when you guys do meet up, what is it like? Are y'all going on dates? Like, are you enjoying each other's company? Like, I think a man being on his shit is automatically going to make you get on your shit. But like, how do you guys get along? Like, what is the meat and potatoes of your actual relationship?
But she says they did go on that date after church, and it was their first day ever. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, further into the relationship, like, see how dates are going to keep going. I don't think it's like, okay, cut him off. He doesn't want. I just think it's like, just see how it goes further.
So it's so interesting because like this situation is kind of similar to someone I know. Like, their partners back in school, and like they keep like telling them like, hey, this is how things are gonna be, like things are like, I'm not gonna be able to do X, Y, and Z all the time, this, that, and the third. And he keeps communicating that. And I was telling him like, I mean, yeah, like that's good that he's communicating that, but I can understand how it can get frustrating that he keeps communicating that. Cause it's like, okay, so like what exactly do you want me to do? You know what I mean? And so hearing what y'all are saying, how would you advise that situation then? Would it be the same thing? Like,
I don't think he's in a position to date, if I'm being honest. Like, you're so focused on school, and great, I think that's admirable because some people don't know how to manage both. But like, I feel like you are so focused, and engineering is not an easy program. So like, I just think you're so like, if it's gonna keep you so occupied, be honest with yourself. You probably don't have time to date. Like,
and that's okay.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's stringing her along, but I think he's trying to like keep her around to like, if so, because it works for his schedule, but doesn't necessarily work for hers, And that's why I'm like, I just don't think he has the time or just the constant, I don't know, like the whereabouts to be dating in this current moment right now. Like,
And I agree. Sometimes I think that, because we're all human, right? A lot of times, like, we may try to like follow our like selfish desires. A part of him, I think, knows that, and I think that's what's making him want to keep communicating to her, because in his head, he's like, okay, it's very easy for me to come off as like I'm being a bad guy, and like, maybe she doesn't get what she wants out of this relationship. She could look at me as like a fuckboy or whatever, and so that's why he's trying to be very clear up front, saying, I don't have time for this. Like, I don't want you to put me in the categories this other guy who led you on. I'm trying to make sure that you are not being led on. I do like you. I do like spending time with you, but I'm making it very clear that school and work are my main priority. And as soon as he said that, and he made sure to let you know that this relationship or whatever's going on is not a priority to him, I think that's when the light bulb should have went off. I'm not saying this is something you should pursue, because again, like, he's just starting. He's at his week 2. That's very early to try to make any final decisions about what he does have time for. But I do think it's very possible that, you may feel like you're put on the back burner. So just like free yourself up. Like, maybe date other guys.
And also like get hobbies. Also finish that CNA program that you want to do.
Or start it.
There's things that you have on your list that you need to start, checking off. So do that. And like, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Like, at least like y'all tried, y'all had fun, you enjoyed each other's company. And that was an experience that you could take along with you to the next. So
no, that's actually a really big one. I absolutely think you should start that CNA program, like regardless if you're talking to him or not. Because I do think that like, okay, he's motivating you, but you haven't started yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd rather you maybe do this program alongside him so like you have less time available. Like, you know what I mean? That way it's like, okay, we're both in school, so a couple of hours studying, it's not going to bother us.
Right.
Or it's not going to bother you. But yeah, I think like, I love when like, again, the guys motivate you, but it's like, still do it. Like you can say like, cause it's like, that's happened so many times where it's like, dang, he's so motivated. I want to, do this, do that. But
like,
it's
you
like,
don't do it.
You don't do it. So it's like, you're just watching
it.
somebody else almost rise up and you in the same, and I don't want it to be a situation where it's like you guys stop talking. He done finished his engineer program. You ain't even started your CNA program. Like just make sure that you actually set out to do it.
Because low key, him saying like that's his main priority.
That should be your CNA program should be your main priority.
I'm like, I don't fault him there because low key, like he's in a lock-in season right now, and he's just letting you like this is priority to me because he's trying to set himself up so in the next 3 to 4 years he's set after that. So he has to sacrifice right now, and he's just letting you know like this is a sacrificing period right now. Can you handle it or not? If you can't, it's cool. And it's okay. Like, he's not holding your feet to the fire, but it's like, he's just letting you know that this is what it is.
Which is very admirable. I love when people because there's like, I feel like I was serious in college, but I feel like I could have been more serious in college. Like I think that I wish I would have locked in a lot sooner or a lot late, whatever the case. Like, I just wish I would have locked in. And so the fact that I love seeing people who are like, you taking it right the first time. You doing it right the first time.
Like, it's just like, you don't need any, and our parents say distractions. Like, all these things will be here when you're done. So like, that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, like that's a great quality in a man to know that he can lock in like that and just block out the noise. You know
and he's also a great communicator. The fact that he's like, you don't have to tell him, and it seems like you're chilling because half the time he's just like, I apologize, I didn't get back to you immediately, and you're like, that's fine. You're like,
and also stop with the it's cool. Like it's okay to be like, I understand you have a lot going on, but like thank you. Like that whole it's cool thing. I don't like that either. Sometimes
that doesn't bother me. I mean, that's how
she talks.
It's cool.
Maybe it's cool.
Maybe she ice cold on it.
Okay, so wait. Okay. Because going back to what I was saying. What if like she's going through the motion, but it's really not cool? It's okay to be like, hey, you know what? I understand because like today,
she told us it is.
Let me land. It said like, for example, she's saying it's cool, but deep down, it's really not cool. Like you, like, oh, I really wanted to hear from you. Like all this, like it's okay to like not always say it's cool if something's not cool. Like.
If you want to talk to them more, then
I feel like it's not everyone's situation, but a lot of people find themselves saying certain things that it's really not what it is for you. But you're just saying it to move the conversation along.
Yeah, if we're gonna take that angle, I understand because I do feel like in the earlier stages of dating, like you try to make a guy seem like you just real chill, like you just it doesn't bother me, it's cool, and then it's like realistically, it may bother you or it may, So if we're taking that angle, sure, even though she did tell us she's cool with it.
But I also think that the reason why she is cool with it is because he's actually doing a very good job of communicating with her every step of the way. Now, if he would have ghosted her for like 3 weeks and came through like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh, it's cool. And it's like, girl, you shouldn't be cool with this. But I feel like him communicating with her, as we said, even almost over explaining, like doing a little bit too much is why she's like, okay, it's fine. And also I feel like, she can't say it's not cool because, okay, well then...
No, I'm not saying like...
You got to get out of here. I'm not going to lie because it's like he's kind of letting you know like...
True.
This is how our communication is going to work.
But it's okay for you. But it's okay for you to have dialogue too in your communication. Like it's okay to be like, oh, I didn't really hear from you today. And like I was kind of like, I need... Like it's okay. Like it's not... Like not everything has to be like... Sure. And yeah, great. Yeah. No, like what if it's really not great and you not even giving yourself a chance to even like... express yourself how he's expressing himself openly every day when he's late talking to you. Like... Be expressive too. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just feel like sometimes we can get caught up in the whole like, to move conversations along, and it's like deep down you're still really feel back there. Still,
like, don't become a yes man to things that you don't really want.
Because those will be the things that you later on regret. So,
like, speak up if it actually bothers you. You actually want to hear from him more. Definitely tell him or speak up or just move on because he's not gonna give you that.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Like, Yeah, girl. But yeah.
Good luck. What if they end up getting
Let
married?
us know if you
like,
finish
I'm like, this how it starts. Yeah, so we're not discouraging you, girl. We're just like, you asked the question, we answered. Yeah. So, just friendly advice.
I don't see a red flag.
There's no red flags. Maybe even even the yellow ones, I don't even feel like they're yellow. They're like half green, half yellow. Like, you know, it's like it's work throughable things. But I would like an update, like maybe a couple months down the line. Like, okay, like how have you guys progressed?
Maybe like December
when the
first
semester's over. Yeah, for sure.
And like when you've gotten that like CNA license too. I want to hear about that.
I'm screaming.
So. But moving on from that, so Chris, I saw you went to the Chris Brown concert.
Yes,
how was that?
It was cool. So I bought a last minute ticket. It was really not anything that I had like planned out to go. I bought a ticket actually the same day, a couple hours before. But all right, somebody bought a ticket for me. But it was cool. Like I think I went for the simple fact of like Chris Brown, the artistry, like the artist that he is. Like I think Chris Brown has been literally in the game since I was maybe fourth grade. And so to see him blossom to what it is today, it's like he has hit after hit. He's done like crossovers with Afrobeat artists. And, you know, he's still like doing full blown dances. Like, so with the show started, I think he came out around like 8:10, 8:15. I think we walked out around 11. Like he performed for a good long time. And again, I think Chris Brown's talented. I think he's like seeing him jump from sky to sky, perform almost over 30 songs like in a set list like that and still maintain energy and like, you know, and like let's actually call it. Chris Brown is actually very attractive. Like he's a fine man. He is
always
like,
been fine.
Chris Brown is very fine. Like we tried to throw him to the wayside, but Chris Brown is a fine man.
I've never thrown that man to any wayside.
Chris Brown is very fine. He's very fine. But I don't know, like I have seen some like discourse about people attending the concert because Chris Brown obviously has had like an abusive past and had like some domestic violence charges against him. And the main one that we know about is the one with Rihanna. Like there was domestic violence against him and Rihanna, which I believe Rihanna put his hands on him as well. And like allegedly it's alleged. But fast forward till now, like Rihanna has then put out a statement that she's forgiven Christopher Maurice Brown, and you know they're cordial now. Like I think we've seen that they've done a song together, and they titled it "It's Nobody's Business." And you know, they did a song together. They did a song together.
I was thinking of Kate. Didn't even think of
and like it was like a Michael Jackson. Oh
yeah,
y'all go listen to that song. That song was a great.
They did a song together, so it's like. On one hand, it's like, okay, people are going off the fact that like Rihanna has forgiven him. Why can't you guys? On another hand, it's like, again, like, why are you guys going to a concert where a man has domestically abused women and he's shown abusive behaviors towards women, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know, like, I kind of fall in the middle because I don't know if this is even the conversation. I'm one of those people who knows how to separate art and artistry. I'm sorry. Like, I may not like you as an artist, like who you are as a person, but if you make good music, except for R. Kelly, I'm sorry.
And Tori.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be clear here.
Mine is very like pick and choosy.
Actually,
mine is actually pick and choosy. That's not
you
pick and choose.
I love this. I love
I absolutely pick and choose who I want to support, who not. But again, with the whole Chris Brown thing, I feel like, and not even to like make what he's done like okay, but I do feel like there's so many artists who have gotten away with almost murder, and it's like you guys have done you're abusive towards women. Dr. Dre,
Miss Chalet.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the things that DeVito does to Trump? Like, what were we talking about here? Like, and how many people were at the DeVito concert?
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm really comparing.
Let's not do that. Yeah,
infidelity to domestic violence.
Yeah, we're not.
No, I'm not.
Because like Dr. Dre was a great comparison. That was a great comparison.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is like honestly I could pick anybody, and you know they'd have a checkered past. Is what I'm saying. And
nobody's
it's like
perfect.
nobody's perfect, and like they have a track record of mistreating women, whether it's abusive or emotional or mental, whatever the case is, psychological. You're still abusive towards women. Like even though like I said it's a bad example, but even though that he's not physically put his hands on her, I think that what he's done, I don't know, DeVito and Chama, like that's just like I feel like it's just another story for another day. But I just feel like the things that he's done is not okay. Like even up until they got married, there's still rumors. So it's like for me, are we accepting that? Like
the Chris Brown thing, I feel like you went to now have this discourse. To me, doesn't make sense because obviously you're a fan, and just be a fan. Like at the end of the day, I side with those people that said when Rihanna publicly came out and forgave Chris Brown, I don't want to hear about it no more because she don't even reference. That's not a reference point for her anymore. So why, as a fan, why is that a reference point for you?
Yeah.
You have to move past it too because the victim moved past it as well. Like, let's just stop doing that. I feel like, and that's the problem, I think, like, with this whole Chris Brown thing that's kind of like clouded his career in a sense. Not really, but kind of.
It has.
To me, it's just like, y'all have not been able to move past stuff that people have moved past years ago, like actually a decade plus. If you really want to think about it. So to me, it's like Chris Brown is who he is. That man is an amazing entertainer. He is talented. He can sing. He's a triple threat. Remember that movie he did with Idris Elba, T.I.? He was doing all his stunts.
Him stomp the yard.
Why
I killed him off so early.
Why are we discounting Chris like that? Like Chris Brown is who he is, and I think it's about time in 2025 we start giving that man his flowers and respect. Because he, even through all this bullshit, he has consistently dropped music, consistently making sales, and consistently doing stuff better than your favorites. Bro, let's not talk about it.
Let's not like
some of y'all.
And then I also feel like
been almost 10 years since we've seen albums. So like, give him his flowers. Like, what are we doing? Why do we keep always bringing up him and Rihanna stuff? She's with a whole other man with 3 children. Let's move on, please. Like, let it go.
And then I also feel like it's not only just like a men versus women thing. Like, if people go to a Lil Durk concert, to me, it's the same thing. Like, that man has so many alleged cases of doing whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, and not to say that like attending it either supports their behavior or makes it right, so to speak. But I do feel like for me, in certain situations, like I'm just going to have to separate the art from artistry. The reason I attended that concert, I feel like if it was an album concert, I'm not going, because Chris Brown dropped a specific album I haven't heard, but
like
he dropped. Yeah, it was his 20th anniversary. So you're detailing music that I grew up on. We're detailing music that I literally grew up on, like as a kid. So I think that was just nostalgic for me to attend and me to go to. But also,
in all of Chris Brown's concert, he always goes back to his old hits because that's really what made him who he is. So to me, it's just like, I'm not gonna shout out to Chris Brown for continuing to go, because I'm not gonna lie. Some people would have already been done.
I would have gave up.
Like, y'all low key insulted him last year with Sierra with the MJ tribute. We ain't letting that go. Y'all gotta make that shit right, because that would have been a lovely thing to see.
Like, not only did we cancel, but the music industry canceled. He was not getting. I think that he won his first VMA last year, or he won his first award last year, and we just was like, this was well deserved. Like, why are you just not getting this award?
That's because y'all remember I remember he went somewhere, and it's like, was it her name's Miranda? It was some country singer who went off on. They even allowed Chris Brown on the platform to do this or that, whatever. And since then, I feel like he's been like unofficially blackballed because celebrities do not want him in certain spaces.
Yeah, but and they took him off like the All-Star list or whatever. Because
and I felt him. He made like a public statement. Don't ever. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Chris Brown. Like, I feel you. Like, you are one of the artists that you have earned the right to talk how you talk. Like, don't ask me to be a part of it. I don't need y'all, because my career is still flourishing. Like, I don't need these accolades. I know who I am. Yeah. My fans show up every time. Like, y'all, Chris Brown shouldn't be selling out arenas like he does, but he does. So it's like, you can't say the talent's not there. So to me, I feel like Chris Brown knows who he is, and like, he's in the game. He knows who he is. Like, I don't need y'all to tell me who I am. I know who I am. So I don't need to be a part of your award shows for what? Yeah. They're not coming because of me. So it's okay. Like,
but do y'all feel like it kind of like, I guess, because we talked about how selective we are with like canceling certain artists and like separating the art from the artistry, but do you feel like it's kind of dependent on like maybe where you are in life? Because technically when that stuff happened with Rihanna, we were young. Like, we were very, very young. So it's naturally easy for us to move on versus like a Tory Lanez today. It's like you're clipped, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, do y'all, and Tory Lanez is just an example. Like, I could say it could be whoever, but it's like, do you feel like it's because of like where we were versus like where we are today? Because if somebody was to do something like that today, you're clipped as an artist, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, what do y'all think?
I can naturally separate the art from the art. Like, so it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to cancel artists. If I like music, I like music. I'm not listening because I like the music you're producing, so it is what it is. Yeah. That's for people that can't separate the art from the artist, because I can.
But I also think cancel culture is just really performative in general. Like, I don't think it actually exists outside of like social media dialogue. A lot of times, I think a lot of people, they just get this thrill from being able to say that like, I'm canceling him and they didn't cancel him. That's how they get whatever type of brownie points that they want. Because in actuality, there's so many causes that other people support that you probably know nothing about and you're ignorant to, and you don't support. Kind of like how people say free Palestine. Here people go, what about Congo? What about Sudan? What about, you know what I mean? It's just like, at some point, like, y'all, we have to just be able to stand for what we stand for and
just be that.
And just enjoy life, because it's like, you can't cancel everybody. Little thing. Also, how will you be able to succeed?
And then also, you people, like, y'all have to really stop making people feel uncomfortable. Like, for example, the whole R. Kelly thing. I know numerous of people, they're like, I will not stop listening to his music. That man is like that music's good. Oh my God. So that means y'all chill out. Like, a lot of y'all have friends that beat on women and you're still cool with them just because it hasn't been plastered everywhere. It's okay. Let's not do that. Like that whole respectability politics, I can't stand that because it's annoying. Because I know a lot of people that do that. I'm just like, y'all, like, I wish I would not do that because if we really go in your closet,
you have skeletons in
we
your
have to
closet.
cancel you by default. Because like, come on,
are you canceling the people in your community?
Are you canceling yourself? Because some of y'all need to be canceled too. So it's like, what is this? Like, just give grace and move on. Like at the end of the day, y'all don't. These parasocial relationships are weird. Y'all don't know these celebs that y'all are canceling. You don't know them from Adam and Eve. Just enjoy the music or don't enjoy it. But this whole discourse is kind of like draining at this point. It's a waste of time. Like so many other things going on in the world that we could talk about.
Yeah, but I also think it's okay to say that, you know, I don't like this artist, I don't support what he does, and I don't support his music,
and let other people enjoy
it can end there. You don't have to go on a crusade and make sure that
crucify everybody that goes. Like,
that's when it gets weird.
It gets so weird because it's like,
are you mad that I'm going?
Yeah, it's like, how does that bother you? Now it's like you're you're so in tune to Chris Brown and you canceled him in his mind, but you're keeping up with his concerts, you're keeping up with who went, you're keeping the score.
TikTok dances.
Relax,
you are doing the TikTok dances of the man you canceled.
I low-key think it's the same thing with people who talk about those who like enjoying Dirty December. Like, do you want to go? Like,
I don't literally. Come on, come in my handbag.
Because it's like people will talk so much shit. Like, oh, here come the Dirty December. Oh, we're gonna post Nigeria. And it's just like, why are y'all mad that people are
hating outside the club? It's okay.
I don't see how I can go and party for a week straight.
I don't see how you can't.
Is the gun to your head? Like, are you not in the States chilling, relaxing? Like, how is this bothering you from miles away? Like,
you can apply this to a lot of things, like, and it's just most mad at it. Like, it's like, all right.
Yeah, this all could be settled. Everyone would just face their front.
No, literally.
Face their front. Mind your business.
Like, you could just, you know what? Let me stop. Because if I speak.
Yeah, the floor is yours. Say it.
Bullets will hit you straight. Like, okay, it bothers me, especially with men. Like, they get really upset. Like, women are really having their way. Like, you're always out. You're always this and that. They're always in this. They're always in that. And it's like, are you mad because you want to be in it with me? You want to walk up to the door and walk in? You want those special privileges, don't you? Just say it. I want to hear it out your mouth. Then I'll add you to the list. Because you said it boldly with your chest. But y'all can't be, as men, dry hating on women is wild. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy art that we need to actually expire. Because real guys don't hate on women. Gay men do.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to move on.
I'm just saying, like... It's just like I feel like we need to start being right. I need a hard reset on life and society, the club, outings, enjoyment. We need a hard reset.
Have you seen that thing where they talk about how the men are the new bad bitches in the club?
Yeah,
they be on all the elevated surfaces, standing on the couches.
But think about it, y'all. Men are really ruining club life. Like,
did y'all see that video of she said they went to the Sierra's album listening party, and she was just like, first of all, we went because it was like a cute little. It's Sierra, like she makes music for the girls, and she was just like, I wanted to leave because the entire first row was men and trying to take pictures. She's like, mind you, I'm in heels and I'm getting Debo'd out the way. She just is like, first of all, and that's why at one point nobody was even dancing because the men were in the front. She was like, why would they be dancing? She's like, this is for the girls. Why are y'all here?
I won't forget, like, we were out and like, we were in a section that was packed and like, I'm like, let me tell you, like, one thing I look for first.
The seat.
I need to see what man is sitting down taking up space. I looked. No, sir. They need to all get up. So we can't sit because men are occupying seats.
They feel like it's their section.
And it's like, I understand, but like, what did y'all come to the club for? Like, us or y'all?
Yeah, the club is for the girls, bro.
It's really for the girls. But now it's for the guys. It's for the boys. It's for the boys. The bottles for the boys. Have you noticed like some of like the signs is for the boys? Like the little signage they use is for the boys. They're gassing each other up.
I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
One bad nigga to the next.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
One bad nigga to the next is killing.
I just noticed. Have you just sit, ladies and gentlemen? Just next time you in the club, just like before you start getting too lit, just watch where you're at. Just look at what we're talking about. You'll see the club is ran by the niggas.
Frankie Blue, he just did a video that he was like, I went to the club sober. He was like, because he says, it doesn't matter. He went to the club sober. He said, I was just looking around and I'm just like, I don't like what I'm seeing. He was like, the niggas is the new bitches. I was like, I mean, it's true.
And like, that's the whole discourse now. And like, there are girls like underneath the comments, like me and my girls went out one weekend and had a section. Like, she's like, can y'all imagine men are coming trying to bum shots off our section? Men? I think a lot of women now, they're tired, like, cause they're tired of that. They're tired of the boys getting involved, taking over. Now it's not even our night anymore. We're having a girls' night. You see us popping about, because it's giving something. You're upset. You walk up. can I have a shot? As a man,
You have to. Oh,
you want me to let your chin up and pour? Oh, see, Shane needs to enter the chat.
Anyways,
the chat.
Okay, speaking of shame, y'all. Speaking of shame.
No, sorry. They said they calling Young Thug lady. What's that?
That's exactly where I was gonna go. And you see they put his face over Summer Walker for her album when she's on the phone. Like, you know her over album, she's on the phone. Yes.
Okay, so you need to drop a podcast.
No, bad.
I'm not gonna lie, them little recordings.
Because like half the time I'm like, this nigga dropping, he's not lying.
Okay, so I want to talk about. Okay, so recently, no idea why, but a lot of Young Thug's jail calls have been leaking. A couple of them. The one I heard, he was on the phone with Mariah The Scientist, and I don't know why Glorilla came up, but she did, and he was just pretty much saying that she's not ugly. I would never holler at her, so on and so forth. Just detailing.
He called her ugly.
He said she is ugly.
He called her ugly.
Oh, what did I say?
She isn't ugly.
Okay, sorry. That's
and
my
she's
fault.
not ugly. Crystal is right, but he called her
ugly, and that he wouldn't mess with her. And then
to his woman on the phone.
To his woman, which is like, I don't know. So Mariah's on the phone and she's like, "Oh, you think she's ugly?" She's like, "Well, the people said she looks like Rihanna." And so she didn't explicitly say anything wrong. She didn't.
Well,
She didn't let me finish. She didn't explicitly say anything wrong about Glorilla in particular, but I think her not speaking against what Young Thug was saying was equally as bad.
She's a girl,
but she did make a comment when she said, well, because he was like a bunch of niggas even in her DMs. She's like, I bet she probably got a lot of niggas. She probably got niggas in her DMs. And later on she says, well, you know how niggas are, like, they wouldn't fuck with her if she's a regular girl, but because she got number one hit,
she said that. Mariah said that.
She's a boy's girl, but she also kind of said it as like a general statement.
She's a boy's girl.
She didn't.
A general statement after he talked about.
Yeah. No, but
as a lady,
what I'm saying is she was trying to choose her words carefully. I can tell she was trying to choose her words carefully.
But I'll be honest with you.
She should have just been direct. Stop talking about girls.
I can, as a woman, if I'm around any man starts just talking crazy about a woman, I immediately, what are you doing? And to me, it's just weird that you sat on that phone with your man and you're saying these things. It's like, no, why are you telling all that? Stop that. Like, you sound dumb. Like, cut it real quick, because then to me, it's just like, Mariah, like, you still have to exist in this industry too.
Yeah,
like,
you're not in jail. Like, you're actually not in jail.
Y'all girls be going to jail.
You were on stage with Glorilla.
Thank you. And she's a bigger artist than you still. So like, it's kind of weird the angle you took too. Like,
I do think that like it's very easy to like pillow talk with your man. It's very easy like to chit chat, talk shit. Like it's so easy. Like when you talk about, even if you come home talk about what's bothering you, or just scrolling on Instagram and you make a comment. So it's very easy even for the guy to chime in about like what's going on. It's very easy and it's not like unheard of. I do think for me in particular, once it gets to the point where we're talking about physical features, you can. Even as my man, you can never call another girl ugly. Yeah. Say what you want. Or say that she's loud, like, say she's annoying. Yeah. But I feel like the moment you say she's ugly, for me, I've always corrected a man in doing that. Like you can't, like, no, you can't, because it's like, what are we doing here? Like, we're talking about how annoying she is. You talk about she's ugly. I was like, whoa.
Why are you checking to see if she's cute or not?
It's not even that. It's just like, I just feel like it's unnecessary. Even as a girl, I feel like it's just like, the moment you start talking about somebody's look to me, it's like, why are we going this far? Like, like, she may not be your cup of tea, but like, I think even when girls do it, for me, it's just like,
I'm on the comment
weird.
You just made.
Because it's like, to me, it's like,
looking at her?
No, because I'm trying to figure out, like, at what point, why is this relevant to our relationship? Like, I understand if you said, like,
don't like men
you don't like her music, or be saying, like, oh, she just did it up. But it's like, even listen to this, I'm like, to me, I'm thinking, why
she bring it up?
Yeah, why you want Glorilla so hard? Like, why are you going so hard?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what's
but
the
at the same time, like, not to give him grace. I do feel like he was in a miserable point in his life. So it's like
he
talking about
miserable.
Yeah, so talking about people was easy for him. Like, you talking shit because you're not happy with you. Like, that's a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. So like talking about anybody is not a big deal for him. So that's why I'm like, I'm not giving him grace, but I'm like, you know what? That's how you feel about yourself. So I'm not surprised that you're saying that about other people.
But I'm just tired of like, in moments where women should stand up, they choose to be silent on stuff. Like, it's weird. Like, it's so weird. And then to me, to see her on stage with Glow, I'm like, this is the same girl that you was like, this is crazy word.
But not to play
you should have shame here. I'm not getting on stage with you.
Not to play devil's advocate for Mariah Carey.
Scientist.
Only Mariah, I ain't just kidding. But not to play devil's advocate, but I'm not gonna lie, like, looking at their relationship outside looking in, nothing about that gives that Mariah has like a platform to stand up for herself in that relationship. Like, half the time, even when she was on the red carpet, he was halfway dragging her through.
And I didn't understand that
interviews.
either. I didn't understand
So I do think that even if she genuinely felt like what he was saying was wrong.
That was one time.
I don't know. No, he does that quite a lot, girl. Like,
does what?
Like, drags her.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like right now, if you really think about it, Mariah has more relevance than Young Thug, right? Her career is moving. Yours is at standstill. Every time something's about her, you will see him come and like interrupt it. Like
Now-
it's
now,
like
mind you-
dragging her off and like, oh come, it's like, but
I don't
she's a
think it's
celebrity
intentional.
too.
I think that's always been their dynamic. I think that while he was in jail, their relevance has switched.
Yes,
It is
I think
intentional.
I think he
He's
was
used to
always
being
the
able
bigger
to-
artist,
yeah.
so he was more relevant.
I'm not gonna lie,
And
y'all.
now
That
it's
is
like,
intentional. You're used to the spotlight being on you, and it's not. So now you're taking away from
I don't
her.
think he even realizes that there's a spotlight on
I
her, to
think
be
he
honest.
does.
To him,
Yeah,
he's
I
just like,
so.
Okay,
he thinks it's him, and it's like, we're like, move
crazy.
out the way, like literally, with solo shot, Mariah only.
Crazy. I'm watching a man out loud show that like he's jealous of his woman. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
That's
what's the
kinda
call? But to go back to what I was saying, I do think that even if she felt what he was saying was wrong, I don't think that she has the confidence to speak up to him against
That's
her.
crazy because it's like
It's very clear because there was a lot of times
Mariah
where
the
you can tell,
Scientist.
like you said, she was being careful, but she was being quiet. Where she was kind of like, okay, maybe trying to find the words that kind of steer the conversation in a different direction, and she wasn't really sure how to.
See, this
I'm
reminds
sorry.
me, like I saw one of my cousins, she posted something about like, oh, do you ever find a man that makes you want to just shut up? And I responded and I said no.
No.
Because no. Like like there's no relationship, maybe me currently, maybe within the last 5 years, there's no relationship where I'm just gonna shut up and not speak. And like there's no platform that I don't have to speak up for how I feel.
Yeah.
Like that's odd to me because like is that your dad? Like are you scared of him?
Girl,
I don't know.
I
Like,
was
100%
having this conversation with
gets
someone like,
360.
I will never subscribe to those things. Like, I might always have something to say.
yeah, I'm always
Like,
mean,
they'll never be like, shut up. You know, like, who are you talking? Like, there will always be something. Because it's like, first of all, I wasn't raised like that. And two, no.
This is
You're
the same
not, like you said, you're not my, who are you? You're not my dad.
But this is also the same Mariah that canceled her show to go hop on a plane to see Young Thug. Now, mind you, not that I blame her, but it's just like, it just kind of shows that, like we talked on the last episode, she is kind of a little bit male-centered. So I don't think
Little bit? Because I blame her. You missing out on
Yeah, but
Baby.
I don't know. I feel like I understand what you guys are saying, but I'm like, damn, these are very huge. Not huge,
Is
but
it
they're
huge?
like
Like,
blanket
it's-
statements just based off of
Wait,
some
our last
interactions.
episode, we kind of defined these things, and we're watching it play out in real time with a grown woman who's a celebrity. She's
yeah.
very male centered. Her music's male centered, and if we really wanted to dissect it, it is like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Actually,
Her
she makes
album
good
is fire,
music.
too.
Yeah,
It
but she
is.
is
It
male
is.
centered.
I mean, even-
yeah, but she is male centered, and then
or she appears to be male-centered. Just because, I mean, I do think that if it was someone else on that phone call, they may have said something like, I mean, leave that girl alone. Like, she didn't do nothing to you, this and that.
Yeah, I feel-
and you could tell she was a bit uncomfortable with the conversation, but I just don't think she felt comfortable speaking up.
Yeah,
I guess-
I don't know. I also
I
don't
don't
really
know.
subscribe to Mariah. I'm not. I mean,
No, because
this is
her
the
new
first
album-
album.
Yeah.
This is the first album of hers I've listened to.
Really?
Yeah, I've listened to like her songs, and to
Yeah.
be fair, like I haven't listened to a bad Mariah song.
Yeah, no, you know
I
what's
think
me
she's a great
either.
artist. Like even the
Me
people say that
either.
she cannot sing. I feel like regardless, she makes great bodies of music.
Yeah,
she has a great sound
her
team. She has a
pen
great
game is
engineer.
good.
She has a great producer.
She
her
can
pen
write.
game is good, and not only that, her beats are good. The flow is good. Like
You know
I
what
think
song
she's a
that
great
put me
artist.
on her? Beetlejuice. Oh my! I remember I used to sing that song every day, all day. Like Beetlejuice. That's about Lil Yachty, and like that song,
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah.
it hit my soul.
No,
Like
this
Jesus.
new song with Kali Uchis on the album.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
okay.
I was like,
I
you
it.
perfect. Y'all
I
ate
have
this.
an unpopular opinion.
You don't like it?
I don't really. Okay, it's a good song. I feel like more could have been done with it. I feel like it lacked range. I like the song was good, but like I'm not. Like I said, unpopular opinion. I don't think Kali Uchis can sing. I just feel like, and that's not okay. Not can't sing. Let me take my words back. I feel like there could have been a better artist used for her verse. I just don't. I just felt like, dang. I was listening to. I was just like waiting. Like I'm enjoying something that it comes up her verse. I'm like,
But you know what's crazy? Wasn't it Kali Uchis'
elements are
music?
missing in this song.
That's
like,
how she's very whimsical.
Yeah, so I feel like
Very,
it
very
kind of
whimsical.
fit.
See, to me, listening, I just felt like, dang, someone else could have been used, and this could have been
Yeah.
a greater
I don't
song.
know.
But like I said, it was an unpopular opinion because everyone loves
I
that song.
disagree
But
because
yeah.
I love this. I
Yeah.
think it was a great collab. I was like, dang, you know what? Y'all should do more together. Like I like this. I did.
Oh, no,
I
girl.
liked it a lot.
But also, yeah, and also too, I blame like me listening to old music. Now I've been like fascinated with like music from the early 2000s, 1990s. It's like hearing the elements that they have in their music to now. It's like, oh gosh, you can tell things that are missing in songs now. It's like, dang, I know now. I know, like I feel like a producer. I know what this song needed to be great. But yeah, but her album overall, I like it. I enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
But speaking of other news with Young Thug, not really with Young Thug, but kind of like, stamped it. So recently, Sierra just changed the last name of her and Future's son together.
What does that have to do with Young Thug?
Because you're going to have to let me finish and I'll tell you. And so She changed the last name. Evidently, there's been rumors that like Future hasn't really been in her child's life. Russell has been more of a father figure to them. Great. And so just recently, a recording from jail came out about Young Thug talking about Future, how Future chases women more than he chases his family.
He said he locked him with the bitches.
Literally.
Oh my, and you know what?
I couldn't
I'm not mad. That's all I'm like, listen.
He was like, so
give this man a mic and a podcast stat.
Like, something around the lines that like men become hoes when they get money. He's like, I did that way before that.
So what he was talking,
because girls gotta trick me. Like
exactly. He was talking. He was like,
damn.
As soon as I became a superstar, I stopped nutting bitches. He like, niggas do shit backwards. He said they become superstars and they start nutting bitches.
For what?
He was like, it don't make any sense.
And you know what? I didn't hear this, but I am so glad to even hear that.
To hear another man say it.
Because it's like, Future, you are almost 50 acting the way you act. And like, are we going to act like this is normal? Yeah. Are we going to continue to glorify this behavior?
Okay, so
it's strange.
I have a very
the Bob Marley thing.
Take. No, I have a weird take. A lot of men his age act like that. And are single,
and we shouldn't normalize it.
But you know, it is normal. And it's so crazy now that I'm getting older. I'm seeing like Future's a Rolling Stone to me. But there's but I just see a lot of men his age, they behave like that. Like just loose dogs, like just wild.
It's just you call him Rolling Stone because that's kind of what Young Thug was referencing in the tape because he was like, Future has all these kids, probably gonna have more. He's like, but at the same time, it's similar to Bob Marley. He said Bob Marley had 1825 kids. He said, but the reason why Bob Marley was never like looked down upon and no one really like degraded his name or anything like that because Bob Marley was actually in his children's lives. Like people wanted to have Bob Marley's kids because he's in these children's lives. Future is creating children and he's like,
not even
instead of being locked in with the kids, he locked in with the bitches.
Yeah.
I'm like,
when I heard that, I was like,
I think to be honest, like we've never like crucified, so to speak, like men who have a lot of kids. If you're in because Country Wayne, we don't talk about Country Wayne
because he's in his kids.
He's
lives.
in his kids' life, and he got like 8 of them.
All his children,
and his baby moms can't say anything bad about him.
But
Same
I tell
thing
people
with
that I can't fault a man if he has X amount of kids, but he's in their lives. I can't fault you. Now, look, like people like Nick Cannon, we gotta crucify him now too because to me, Nick Cannon's a miniature Future. You're having all these kids. Are you actively in all their lives?
But he says he claims to be in their lives. He does. I mean, I can't.
You can't be in all kids' lives at the same time because he also claims to be in a relationship with all the baby moms. So like,
and that kind of mindset.
You're delusional. You're very delusional. You're very delusional.
Like same time.
Like what?
What's the difference between?
I mean, Country Wayne is. He's actively like, what are we doing here? Have we ever seen a war show and all of Nick Cannon's kids are on the red carpet with him? Have we ever seen that? You'll never see it. That will let you know. That will let you know.
If there's no picture, it didn't happen.
It's not about picture, but it's like, this is how I feel like, okay, no, you know what? Yes. For example, look at Boozy. Boozy shows up at events with his children. Like,
Boozy has mostly custody of majority of his kids.
But like, do you get what I'm saying?
He had custody.
I didn't know that,
they live. A lot of them live with him.
I think he lives in Louisiana, so I think it's easy for him.
But you get what I'm saying? When he has things, like, you can spot his kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? But with Future, like, all these runway shows you go to, you got grown kids that can sit next to you.
The baby mamas have came out and said you're not in the kid's life. It's not just Future. That one that you still don't claim with Eliza Reign. Like there's another one.
Oh my God. Yeah, like I forgot that whole thing happened.
I'm sorry. There's plenty kids that
and then like you had a whole kid with like you know what's crazy? Like you fumbling Sierra is really when things went left. Like you had a time to really turn your life around, and you chose to just. I'm happy you fumbled her because where she's at now is amazing.
Because I was thinking about that because the whole her deciding to change baby Future's name. Crazy, she named that child that. That's not even Future's name. That's
Do you remember during that time we were confused? We're like, why would you name him Future?
But whatever.
Y'all don't think about things later on in life. Look now.
Joy named her child with Future Hendrix.
That's a name.
I didn't even know.
That is actually a name. Hendrix is a Future is a destination or time and space.
What's the difference?
Hendrix is a name. We know people named Hendrix in real life, and they're not celebrity kids.
Future Hendrix. Come
Hendrix
on,
with
like
an X.
I
would have rather Hendrix with an X. You are the name of his album.
I know a Hendrix.
Name after
not a Hendrix.
A made-up
we are comparing Hendrix like Jimi Hendrix.
That's
to Future.
Are we here?
I feel
it doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter.
They call him Future Hendrix. Like, so it's like y'all both gave stage names to your kids.
I mean, I understand that, but I
understand.
Future is a crazy name. Sorry, you're not going to convince me otherwise.
It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Yeah. Anyways, but okay. So when I was thinking about the fact that she changed her child's name to Wilson, which is Russell Wilson's last name, I'm like, you know what's crazy? Russell has been in that child's life since he was a baby.
Yeah, look, I think she met him like when what?
And it's crazy because it's like
or two.
that shows how quickly Sarah was like, I am not subscribing to this bullshit. I'm done. Like she left immediately. And you know what? Snaps in a circle for you, Sarah, because I feel that because a lot of times, a lot of the reason why Future has so much hold over all these girls is because he holds money over their head, puts them in these houses that they can't have any of the nigga. And Sarah moved on instantly, and that's why Future's really mad.
Yeah, like and has been doing way better than him.
She don't need your child support checks.
I think
at all. Like really, that's chump change to her.
Honestly,
when you have Russell Wilson as your husband. Like
it was about time. Like I think that if you want your son to carry out your last name, you have to be present. Because my thing is, what's the point?
And also,
what's the point?
But then also too, you gotta think about it as well. Like Russell and Sierra, I believe, are on child number 3 or 4. So think about it. Like that has to be hard. Like your first kid does not share a last name, so you know it kind of has to be
their whole
hard.
family. Because even Sierra changed her name.
Yeah, so you know, so it's like
we all have the same last name, and my first son doesn't. I would have changed that when he was 2.
But I've heard people
first got married,
especially men. I think it's pretty fun. Is it? I don't. You know what's crazy? Just how I subscribe to women need to start putting signing their rights away. I agree with a woman changing her child's last name, because at the end of the day, if you're not in this kid's life and my new husband is and doing way more than you, that's an honorable last name and he will have it. What? Yeah. Why is he gonna have your last name for what?
Isn't
what are you
Future's
doing?
last name Demon? Like that should have.
Wait,
it's not. It's
something.
Damon. Sorry,
but.
There's
a lot of men that are like, oh, as a woman, like you doing that like that. No, at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry, just because you nutted in her and got her pregnant does not now mean if you're not living up to your responsibilities.
You're not a father.
Why does your kid owe your last name?
You know what? I'm just glad that like somebody's speaking up against it, and I'm glad it's Young Thug because it's at least nice to say that like
I feel like a lot of other people feel that way
by force.
Yeah,
but that lets you know that everybody feels that way.
Yeah, but like people feel that because you moving crazy. Like, bro, you are Future. You are. It's not like you're a regular. You know what I mean? You actually have a name to you.
Yeah.
You're a household name. So it's like for you to be moving like you're just every Tom, Dick, and Harry. To me, it's just like you're sloppy. Like I don't like that. To me,
it's so
I don't like sloppy moving men.
That's a heavy stain. And also crazy, I don't know if y'all heard like what recently happened with PJ Washington and Brittany Renner and her mama.
Oh yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
Can you explain?
So basically, I guess you said what? So basically, from the summary, PJ Washington was picking up his child from Brittany Renner's mother's house, or I think wherever she lives, and he was with his wife, of course. And I guess like Brittany Renner mom started like kind of like going at him, saying certain stuff, like saying, hey, you give your hoe X amount of money and your son only has $11,000 in his account. Mind you, his hoe is his wife, which is crazy. And they were just going back and forth with him. And in the video, you could see that like he was just like doing everything possible like to just get away from them, like collect his son and go. And like they were like going in on him. And like a lot of people were like, of course, like they were not on Brittany Renner's side. They're like, this is why it's hard for people to co-parent. And to me, I'm not gonna lie, like it kind of opens up a new discussion, like that, like the whole having kids out, like the whole starting family trees and walking away from them. These are the consequences of it, because look at this. Like PJ Washington is a whole married man now with kids with someone else, and like he still has his child with a woman that's like, you know, they don't have a positive relationship, and it's gonna later on have an effect on their kid, you know. So what do y'all feel about that? And then the mom calling his son's grandma, calling his wife a
pussy ass bitch. She first of all, she called PJ a pussy ass. I feel like as a woman, like calling a man a bitch is a little bit, you know, unless he deserves it. I don't even then. It's kind of, but as the mature one in the situation,
like out of everybody,
it's like you should not be speaking to anybody like that. Like, and then like you're recording and clearly antagonizing him. Yes, he did say suck my dick, but it was in response to you like almost breathing down his neck. So I feel like you were absolutely wrong.
I think both parties are wrong. He should never. I get it, but at the end of the day,
he should never said that.
He shouldn't have responded like that.
He shouldn't have responded like that. Like telling somebody, a grown woman to suck your dick. Like no, that's absolutely
let her be in the wrong, not you joining.
But I feel like it just I mean, it kind of displays like what happens with athletes and people of status who, like you said, who have babies, and like you have a certain amount of money. Like she's always gonna look at you because we see what your wife, mind you, Elisa, or is it Elisa? Alicia.
I don't know her name.
Elisa Chanel, his wife, PJ Washington's wife, beautiful girl. We see her literally on a day-to-day basis, opening Chanel's, opening Birkins, getting new houses, getting new cars. We're not even talking about, like, we're talking about on a quarterly basis. The girl gets at least 4 cars a year. Like, he plays no games when it comes to her. So I think for Britney seeing that, it's kind of just like, bro, like, you're not spending enough time with your kid. Like, whatever he does is not going to be enough. So because, like, for a 2-year-old to have $11K, that's kind of a decent amount.
Yeah, a lot for a 2-year-old.
That's a lot for. I don't even know if he's 2 or 3, but he's not older than 5. Like he's toddler. He has to be 3, no older than 3.
Yeah.
And so I think that like it's because she sees what he's doing for his wife, and he also just got a $90 million contract. So it's like you're seeing these things happen, and you feel.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
like
so
and it was. Honestly, I think that it was to distract from like the whole negotiation process of like his contract. I think she was trying to put a delay on that, but because why was the video being posted? But. Yeah, I think it's like whatever he does with it, it's never going to be enough for Britney. Yeah. It's never going to be enough for her.
Okay, so there's another conversation. Like, do you think Britney is valid in feeling that way?
What way? Feeling what?
Like
way?
just like I'm not. It sounds like jealousy.
I think it sounds like jealousy. It absolutely sounds like jealousy.
Like a life you could have had, but you don't.
Yeah, in the beginning though, it's like I don't know what her complaint is because at first she was like when she hands over the baby, he starts crying when he goes to his father, and she's just like, okay, well you need to spend more time with him. Like you're not doing enough.
Like,
so that's one complaint.
When they get handed off from their mamas, they start acting
even if both parents are active in their life. I've seen it happen.
Come on, like
but my thing is, so it's like I don't know what her complaint is. Your complaint that he's not spending enough time, because then she goes down to say, oh, he only has 11. So what's the complaint? He doesn't have enough money, or it's not enough time? Like which one is it? And you're conflating the two, and then blaming his wife, who is honestly the innocent party in this. Is just like it. You can't win. You really can't win with the situation. And it's just like if PJ was to comment on what you've been doing up and down in these streets,
like weren't you a whole Muslim like half this year?
You know what I mean?
You were like
and you were married allegedly.
You're
so it's like
it's
like I just think that like you complain allegedly. So it's like you complaining about certain things like in his lifestyle. It's like we've allowed you to do certain things. You joined a show. It's like we've allowed you to and given you grace to do whatever you want to do,
explore,
and then now that he's actually, like I said, it's never going to be enough for her, and that's the unfortunate parts of co-parenting, having babies with people you're not married to, having people, you know what I mean? Like that's just the unfortunate side of it, because it's just like, bro.
But
like,
also too, that's why like. When I talk to you like I'm like, you guys have to make sure you just have y'all don't have to be best friends, but it just needs to, y'all need to keep things copacetic because y'all remember like your kid is watching y'all. Mm-hmm. So when they grow up, there will be resentment there if like you're not around because of X, Y, and Z. Like y'all just have to make sure like y'all are just about this kid. Yeah. And if that means just keeping the peace, keep the peace. Keep the peace. You don't have to be butt buddies
and I think
at
that's
all.
Where it starts like blurring the lines, because when you allow your emotions to dictate, when you allow your emotions to supersede the kid's emotions, the kid was already upset. Like he was crying before you even opened your mouth. So to even further exasperate, like to further make the situation worse by like screaming, it's just I feel like you should be worried about like making sure that your kid is in a calm state before he leaves the house.
So how do you advise that situation then? Because it's like some guys, when men have like, I don't like to say baby mama, like the mother of their children be kind of a lot. Like they be taking it there because like low key they feel like they can, because it's like, I mean, I had your kid, but it's like, how would you advise someone to handle that type of situation? Because that could be a lot to the point where some people are like, you know what, like, maybe I don't know. You're pushed into the wall.
We'll talk to the courts. We'll talk to the lawyers.
Yeah.
Like you walk away. You just walk away. Talk to the lawyers, bro.
A mediator.
You guys can't communicate on y'all's own on a simple drop off and take. You know what I mean? So it's like if that's the case, we'll talk to the lawyers, ignore whatever she was saying, and then let the lady talk to herself. Because realistically, if PJ wouldn't have said anything, she would have been talking to herself. So it's like just make her look like that fool that she is.
And like, y'all don't kill me when I say this, but women, we have to stop using our kids to like control these men. Like that's, if that was the case, then why did you go forward with the pregnancy? Like you can't control somebody with a kid. Like that's not how that works. So I think we need to like stop doing that. It's so crazy. Like there's not even celebrities. I see regular people doing this.
Absolutely. And it's like I think
this is crazy.
As a woman who doesn't have kids, like looking in, I think it's easier. It's easy, especially having children, for your emotions to get the best of you. But I think the also mature way of going about things when you have kids is that kid's emotions, I'm not gonna say yours is null and void, but like it supersedes yours. Like that's why I'm like, definitely, regardless of how she felt, the fact that her kid was already like in such a state, you should have been making sure that child was straight before y'all left the house. Before the child left the house. Absolutely. You're not arguing with his father. And it's like that's making it worse. You're literally making it worse.
I feel for them kids in that situation because like that has to be a lot. But
which, speaking of kids, y'all, it's Cardi B. So Cardi B everybody's been saying that she's like allegedly pregnant. She recently had this court case, which I believe she won, but this is not even important in this situation. But like she recently had the court, and every single time that she showed up to court, everybody was like, she's pregnant, she's pregnant, she's pregnant. So once she won this case, she did like a little, I think she was teasing one of her songs. And you can clearly see that she took off like I don't know what it looked, but she took off something to where it was clearly like either molding her belly or shaping
Or hiding it.
or maybe
That's what
giving
I'm saying,
her
I'm like-
a bigger. So what the masses took from it is that like she took off a fake belly bump. And
Girl,
so
put it
y'all
back
know
on
what
for that
fake
award
belly?
show?
Do y'all know what fake belly bumps look like? We've all seen what they
she
look
did.
like.
She
It's not
she
connected
did
like
not
that.
open her shirt,
I know.
which I do see what you're saying. She didn't
Yeah.
open her shirt, so we couldn't confirm or deny what was actually in it. But a lot of people were saying that she's trying to like, I don't know, she's trying to like bring attention to herself
Absolutely.
because her album is dropping, coming out soon, and they're saying that she's either I don't know. I still don't know. I haven't seen her. I didn't see her at an award show. I haven't seen her after that, so I don't know like what her belly looks like. I still feel like there's a high possibility that she's
I think she is
pregnant.
with child.
Yeah, there's a high
I do.
possibility, but I don't
And
know.
that's cool, like, do you?
If the case is that she took off let's say it was a fake belly, what do you guys think about that in particular?
I feel like she was trying to like throw people off. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not this. But it's like, if like a person that's why I asked, like, do y'all know what pregnancy bellies look like? And if someone that you know that you understand that this is shenanigans, and I am where I'm at in my brain on what's going on. I am waiting. I'm just waiting for the announcement.
Yeah, like-
then I will then move forward to what I need to do next.
And that's honestly all we need to do.
Because like,
But at the same time, like I will say this, and I really, I don't like speaking on women with child women. I thought y'all were just messing around. She's like, yeah, my boyfriend. I was like, so if
Crystal
you're with
said, I
child,
thought
that's
y'all was
his baby.
messing
Like,
around.
because you're not calling nobody your boyfriend unless
I'll be honest
like
with you.
what?
I think that's the reason why they went public.
I feel I don't know, y'all. Like this might sound crazy. I think it's Offset's kid. And that's why he's crashing out
I
like
don't.
that. I do.
know. I think
I
it's
do.
Stephon.
Because I'm
You
not gonna
are
lie,
calling that- you are on
Offset
video
and Cardi
calling.
have a pattern of dealing with each other in behind closed doors and out of nowhere. Because
Pregnant.
when Cardi blossom, I thought y'all was done. Like you blossom.
At every stage, we thought she was done.
So it's like,
actually.
think about it, y'all. Like, she still can mess with her husband. She's married. So Offset crash outs are low key kind of valid because
But you don't
You're
think he'd be
pregnant with-
you don't think he'd be
pregnant.
you don't think he'd crash out either way?
No.
No,
I
honestly,
think he'd
you're
crash out
lucky.
either
It's
way.
a very high possibility that it's his
think
because like
about-
I
yeah,
feel
like-
like if it wasn't, he'd be doing way worse.
You know,
he'd be doing.
think about
way
it. Like, think
worse.
about it. And he even said, like, it's so crazy. Like, he's even said like things on his like, I don't know if he's like posting deletes, but he talks very cryptic. So it's like something's going on. Like, you're the father of this kid, and like, I feel like now
Y'all
since-
taking his stupid ass bait. I do not think
I
that's
don't-
Offset's child.
They're
That's
both
why he-
baiting us.
That's why he's on there talking
No, they're
about
both
paternity
baiting us.
test that baby. I do not think it's Offset's child at all. Offset's
I
been saying
do.
even since before they broke up that she was cheating on him with Stephon Diggs. He's the one that brought that tea to the news. I do not think that's his baby. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Offset is trying to attach his name to Cardi
Let
B
me tell you
any way
something.
that he fucking can.
I not anymore, girl. I don't know if you've heard his. Not anymore.
Oh, sure, but he was just underneath the post 2 weeks ago talking about I need a paternity test.
But like, I just think, not even think. I don't want Cardi B to be pregnant by Stephon Diggs.
I don't either. Oh, let me not say that. Sorry.
Like, I would prefer her to be pregnant by Offset over Stephon Diggs because it's just. I'm not gonna lie. I
messy.
think both parties are crazy. Like, but if it's either or, I'm gonna still have the
messy.
same thought process. Like, why? But like, it's just.
You know what's crazy?
I don't know.
I feel like she's just at a stage where I don't know if it matters. I mean, clearly it does matter for the sake of like having a family unit and all that other stuff. But in reality, like, I don't think it's gonna change shit for Cardi B. Cardi B came in with her first baby pregnant on her first album, and it didn't change anything for her. Cardi B just has a way of making
she was
sense
married.
out of
She was
nonsense.
married. So she
And
was
also,
married.
too, it
And
didn't-
she was in a public
but you wanna know what's crazy?
relationship
Well, I think
with
they
him.
got engaged after.
But
Like
she was
found
in a
out.
public
She was in a public
relationship
relationship
with
with Offset.
and then
She-
I think she said by the time they had their first, she was married.
Yeah, before she dropped
Yeah.
Invasion of Privacy, she was pregnant.
But even he was coming out on her tour
True.
shows asking for apologies.
course.
What I'm saying is, for Cardi B, somehow she's always found a way to rise above like all kinds of situations that should be like tacked against her. Because much as looking back, we can say like, oh, she was made this and that. There is no artist who can be pregnant before they drop their first album and have the type of career
It
that she
works
had
out for her,
afterwards.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She was always destined. It was gonna work out for
Exactly.
her
So it's like when it
regardless.
comes to adversity, Cardi B has it in the bag. So to me, it's like her being pregnant. People act like it's like
gonna
a
move the
career
needle.
ending.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's more of a morality. Now, is it going to stop, her like album sales affect her? I don't think so.
Hope
I don't think
it
so.
doesn't.
I don't think so. I think she's.
I
And
hope
even
her
if it
album's
does,
great.
she does so much outside of music. It's not going to change anything. The brand deals are going to keep coming. Like she's still going to be who she is. But like, I just feel like it's just. I can't.
I mean, it's disappointing, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's changing.
Yeah, no, it's very. It's
kind of her brand.
It's not.
You know what? And now you put it like that.
Yeah.
Even crazy.
Speaking of y'all, okay, so I actually want to have this conversation because this was another thing that popped up. I think it was a conversation that was on the Breakfast Club. I don't even know where this derived from, but like the whole Big Three conversation.
Oh, please. Oh, my
The
God.
Big Three with female rappers.
Oh, rappers. I thought you finna say Afrobeats.
Oh,
We had this argument. DeVito, top 2, not 2.
okay. Rappers, female rappers. So
We can have that conversation next if you want, because like,
Argue with your mammy.
because like I'm over here like,
Not 2.
okay.
Yeah,
Not
let's
All
circle back to that
Okay,
one.
yeah,
but,
we can put a pin
But
in
yeah,
that.
so in the again, I don't know what they were referencing. I don't know who even gave them that list, but I think I know
Billboard.
it was.
It was Billboard.
Was it Bill? No, it wasn't
It was Billboard. It was Billboard. Yes, it was
Okay.
Billboard.
Okay. Well, even if it was,
Crazy
the top
talk.
3 was Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion.
Which
Which I'm not gonna lie, like yeah,
Stallion.
yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion.
And I
Top 3 of all time or currently now?
I don't even know. And that's so
Thank
that's
you.
what it was so many conversations from that because that's what
Doja?
that's what I.
Not
Thank
even
you.
Doja.
Thank you, Michelle.
Or
I'm
y'all
sorry,
Doechii, like-
Doechii and they will never make
those
it
two should've
past
just knocked 2 and 3
Doja
off
for
the
me.
list. Like-
I'm so sorry. Like,
I mean,
if
Doja's
Nicki
good, but-
Minaj is
but
here,
wait.
Doja is right here
Doja
for
or
me.
you said okay.
Doja Cat.
I thought you
Doja
said
Cat.
I was like,
Doja
Okay,
Cat.
okay.
No, I feel like so. I want to give everybody opportunity.
Okay. To
That
name the
would
top
be
3?
my
Okay.
big 3, and we're not talking about. Let's not complicate it. I don't want to be current because if we're current, obviously
yeah,
we can do
yeah,
different.
yeah,
but like
yeah.
top 3 female rappers
Of
for
all
me,
time?
of all time, like MCs, or can we
Let's
just
say
keep,
all time.
Let's just keep
just
it
say
like
of
in the
our
last
time.
10 years.
Of our time.
Yeah, let's do last 10 years.
I think
Yeah,
last 10
okay.
years makes sense.
We gotta start pulling it.
Yeah, because like
Lauryn
now,
Hill,
let's say-
Foxy Brown, Jack
Yeah,
Jack.
Do I
because even
just
if
see
I do
Queen
a
Latifah, like
current one,
yeah.
it would be a different list for me. But for me, it's always going to be Nicki Minaj,
Yes.
Doja Cat, and then honestly, I feel like that third spot is Doechii. I feel like
can't say that,
spot.
no.
That's for me. We're
I
going
feel
to give you
yeah,
an
yeah.
opportunity
So
to say yours.
My list is Nicki Minaj, Doja, and I know y'all probably gonna shoot me here, but she is good. It's just her team fumbled her a little bit. Lotto.
Well, I was gonna say Lotto
That's not
too.
bad. No, and I feel like,
And I'm shocked that she's not in the conversation. I'm
I
like,
think
Lotto out raps. all
Lotto
of them.
absolutely
Not
is
Nicki,
like
but
5 to 10 for me because I feel like Lotto's pen game is crazy. Like, and we are very much like they be trying to play her, and I'm like, Lotto
they be
is
really-
not
no, yeah.
respectfully a sexy red. Lotto
She's not.
gets
See, that's-
busy with the pen.
And but the thing is, now Lotto's team needs to go in and readdress some things because it's like y'all are not doing right by her. She is very lyrical and she's good. Like, what's going on?
She's
You know?
dropping a song with Ice Spice.
Yeah, I already went.
Yeah,
It's
I saw
cool.
that.
It's a cool song. It's a cool
What,
song.
what do you think? Who was your?
That'd be mine.
Oh, okay.
Nicki,
I
Doja,
like
and
Doja.
Lotto.
Can we keep
As
it
long
above?
as we agree with Nicki and
Yeah.
Doja, like I'm like,
Yeah.
Can
do
we keep
not.
it above?
Let's not
What are
ever.
Why are y'all like y'all? Why are y'all including Megan in this conversation?
You know, I don't.
You can't
But
be in the
if,
top 3.
if there was a top 4,
Can't be in the top
the
3.
Stallion is there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think her and Lotto are
Yeah,
neck and
they're
neck.
kind of like
neck and neck for
interchangeable.
me.
A lot of her not having range is just her being a Southern rapper. That's really what it is. I feel like she kind of stays true to like that
To
Houston
Southern,
sound.
yeah.
But
you know,
like,
because I think that New York sound. There's a lot of range
It's very
in the New York
diverse,
sound,
yeah.
you know, in itself. So I think it's very easy for people to switch it up and do this. But for us, it's like the country
This is
accent, and all the other stuff. It
Yeah.
ends up sounding the same a lot of the times to everyone else's ear.
But I agree, but at the same time I don't. I just think that it's as an artist, like you have to have a team that plays around. Like it's the same thing.
But even look at the list. There's not one Southern female rapper. Even I think in most people's list, when you think of top 3 rappers, a lot of like UGK, Bun B, if you put all them on a list, everyone's gonna say, oh, well, all their songs sound the same. Of course, it's gonna sound the same. It's its own genre,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we don't really
Right.
fit into like the hip hop category
Right.
because like Southern rap is its own genre in
Right.
itself. We use different beats,
Right.
different wordplay.
But
different,
it's- no, I
all of
get
that.
it, but it's just-
and that's why I had to include because Lotto's a Southern rapper. Technically,
Yeah.
she's from Atlanta, but that's why for me I included Doechii because I do feel like I'm looking at overall range. Like I think Doechii absolutely has it. She can rap, she can sing, she can do slow songs, she can
Lot
do
of
fast
Nicki
songs,
influence,
she can do. And that's fine. She can do
Same with
runway.
Lotto, too.
I think her pen gets busy. Like she actually has bars, and I'm like, I'm glad that now Doechii's getting the recognition. But prior to, I'm like, why are we sleeping on Doechii? Like, she literally is like that girl. Like, she can go on runway, she do the looks. Like, I think she just has it all. Like, I really think she's an it girl of today. Like, I do.
Yeah, and so
same thing with Doja, and that's why I included them. I feel like all three of them have range.
And the thing is, the reason why I like Doja. I'm not like she does have Nicki Minaj influence, but I do like that like all her albums have been like an era. Yeah, and that's what I meant when I'm talking about Megan.
It's crazy to put Cardi B as top 3, and that's not even for me. I think top 3 artist, top 3 rapper, no.
Like okay, and I think like
top 3 artists for sure.
Yeah.
Rapper,
I do want Cardi B to like kind of be like, she probably will never do this, but like.
Be a little humble.
You gotta let people stop like using you to play around, because like that's really what's happening. Like you come up in conversations where I feel like you shouldn't come up in. I'm not gonna like top 3 with just one album alone. You can't even be there. Like, cause people before you have dropped multiple projects and have like done number, you know, and pushed their pen. Like to me, it's an insult. And like sometimes you gotta be like, you know, y'all like big ups to the girls that like, I don't want y'all to compare me, because I can't be compared to these people because they are great. They're the greats. Like stop comparing me, because it's weird, because Charlemagne said that Glorilla has a better catalog than Nicki Minaj.
He didn't say that.
He did say that.
He did not say that.
He did say that.
I listened to the episode and that's not what he
say
said.
that. He did say that.
He didn't say that. He said, so when they said the top 3, he was like, oh, I think Glorilla should be in there because she gets busy. And he did his big ups to Glorilla. Then he went back and said Nicki Minaj should have been in there regardless. That's not even a conversation. He didn't glorify Nicki Minaj the way he was glorifying Glorilla. He was just saying, I think Glorilla should be in there regardless. She gets busy. Da 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 da. Now it also could have been in couple to the news that Young Thug called her ugly. So I don't know if it was like, okay, you know what? Let's hype her up a little bit. But I feel like regardless, I did not hear that. And I just listened to it yesterday, but
he doubled back and said in this era. I'm like, one thing I will say, like, we're not just talking about Nicki Minaj. We're talking about people like Chris Brown falls in this category. Y'all gotta stop playing with people that are great. Like, it's just weird. Like, y'all use great, like, people that are great to, like, bait conversation. That's weird to me. Glorilla and Nicki Minaj in the same conversation is crazy, and we know that. If you listen to music, you know that's crazy. Charlemagne, you know that's crazy.
Well,
so, like,
more than anything,
what are we doing here?
Like,
talk about her other peers.
Cardi B considers herself one of the greats as well. And I think it's like, it's a little bit far stretched just because, like, Cardi, you haven't been in the game long enough, respectfully. Like, even on Imaginary Player, she was talking her
when
shit.
When she called herself a legend, I was like...
she called herself a legend, but she was also saying how, like, the girls now have been doing stuff she's been doing since 2016. And I'm like, well, Cardi, like, everybody has their, like, slow start to things that they were doing in the beginning of their career. But, like, I don't think you're a legend. Like, I think you're a great artist.
I think you're iconic
I think you're iconic, but do I think
like
you're a legend? No. Like, and that's a little bit wild to say. Now, have you done legendary things? Absolutely. Like, I think you made a lane for all these new rappers to come in and, you know, I absolutely think you did that. But, like,
calling yourself a legend, like, that to me, it's like you're putting yourself on the level of certain people that you're not a level on.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
Because then she automatically gets grouped into the category with Lauryn Hill, because Lauryn Hill had one album. But I'm like, that is how many years standing. But that is how many years standing.
Invasion of Privacy won't do numbers like that one.
Well, it has done numbers like that. It has.
Like the influence, impact. Like, it's just like, to me, it's like, that's another thing. Apples to oranges. Like, Lauryn Hill.
It's also time to me, because she's made the same. That's why she's getting compared to Lauryn Hill, because she has done numbers. She won the Grammy. She won the, you know, she's the only other female artist to win a Grammy too, based on their album, having one album.
But also, too, we need to understand as well, like, music back then to now is different.
Completely different.
The way people, like, for example, like, I don't even like this comparison between, like, Beyonce and Michael Jackson. They are different. They come from different eras because social media wasn't present in Michael Jackson's career. Like, he had to do all those things on his own. Like, his team really was on the ground running. Now, like, we have streaming. We have all these influences that kind of make artists kind of bigger than what they actually are. Not saying this applies to Beyonce. I'm just saying in general. So I think, like, when we have certain conversations, these platforms, like, you got to start introducing these concepts as well in the conversation, because a lot of people don't really understand that. Like, music's not the same like it used to be. Like, the whole Lauryn Hill thing, if Lauryn Hill probably came out in this time with all the stuff they have to help push these artists, she would have probably tripled those numbers. So, but to me, with what was going on back in the day, that's why her numbers were the way it was. So to me, it's like, people are like, well, she surpassed her. I'm like, with all this ish stuff going on now, like, does she really? Yeah. Like, y'all be using merchandise as, like, sales for numbers. Like, that's crazy. They didn't have that back in the day. Like, they really sold CDs.
Yeah, you talk about streaming. Now imagine if people who bought songs and played them a million times, if that counted towards sales for artists.
No, like, the game is really rigged now. Like, it's changed. And so I think that's why a lot of the greats are getting upset with these conversations, because it's like, we not in the same game.
Lauryn Hill still has one of the highest selling albums, I think, till today. Even with
She's a household name.
Yeah, she still has one of the, like, I think there's very few, I don't even know if there's anybody who has surpassed her.
But comparison, Cardi B and there's no, I'm not gonna, I don't know about that, but I don't know. Like I said, I hope her album is successful. I hope she's able to, you know, do what she needs to do. But I have a question. Not even a question, like a statement. I like was on Instagram and straight, and like I reposted this, and like I want to know, like, y'all's like, let's talk about it. Unspoken expectations are premeditated resentments. How do y'all feel about that?
I agree. I would have to agree.
Yes, because I feel like a lot of people I've noticed, like, they have like expectations on things or people like that they probably don't even know that they've never voiced or even talked to someone about or even like addressed. Like, for example, like, have you ever got into it with a friend and like they're like, oh, this, and they're very upset about something. You're like, but how would I know that this is an issue for you if we've never talked about it, or you've never voiced like, hey, I would love if you like approach me in conversation like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like a lot of us, like, the reason why we get upset about stuff is because we have expectations on people that we've never like talked about or voiced. It's like just really in your head.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, damn, and it's so like, it's such like, actually dealing with people or like dealing with like either friendships, relationships, whatever the case may be, like that is it's like a really apparent thing. Like, it's like some things you can get upset for something where it's like, you didn't even speak up about, so how would they know? And I've had people even tell me like, okay, you didn't even tell me that, how was I supposed to know? And I'm like, you're right, you're actually right. But no, I don't, but at the same time, there's a fine line between like, this is common knowledge, and you know what, I actually have to speak up and tell you that, like, having to remember that we just didn't grow up the same, right? So certain things that like I'm accustomed to, you may not be accustomed to, and so on and so forth. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely a thing. Yeah, because I feel like some people, or the things end up hating somebody for real for not washing dishes, for not, you know, girl, or like, or just someone's upset about something that they refuse to address. It's like, okay, so then why are you upset? Like, you're not going to address it. Like, then are they really violating you, or are you violating yourself? Like, not speaking up. No, you know what I mean? But for sure. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up another episode with your favorite ladies. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, IG at pettypartypod. Send us your motos at pettyparty12814@gmail.com. And also make sure you keep engaging with us, interacting on social media. And also to like, if y'all have anything like you want us to discuss or touch bases on, or maybe like a current event we probably missed, shoot us a DM with the topic and we'll talk about it on the next episode. But it's your girl, Macolette, signing out. Holla. Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Michelle. Peace, y'all. It's your girl, Crystal, a.k.a. Champagne Chris, signing out. Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.